Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Critters Corner Alan Tolliver Show, where we cover everything on the court with the West Green Buffaloes. As always, I'm joined here with Buffaloes head coach Alan Tolliver. Coach,
what's up, man?
How you doing this week?
I don't feel like I saw you in a while, man.
It's been 2 weeks now. Had to shuffle everything around last week. Had to move some dates and have somebody fill in, but we're back this week. Get to talk about some county basketball. Well, I guess not county basketball. You hadn't played any county teams recently. Just out-of-county teams, some in-conference games. Had Cherokee, Hampton, and Happy Valley. We'll go ahead and start right off. You played 3 games in 3 days.
Yeah.
Very tiring, I can assume.
Yeah, very tiring. Funny thing to me was, though, Cherokee come out, played good first quarter. Seems to be a common occurrence for us, you know. I'd like to know how many first quarters we've been leading after this year.
That'd be a good stat.
Led first quarter, second quarter, still leading. Go into halftime. The whole day before we played Cherokee, we did situational stuff. You know, third quarter, we're up by 5. How do we maintain this lead? Third quarter, we're down by 5. How do we fight back? You know, just point by point by point. Well, we did the complete opposite. We ended up losing that quarter by 10, so now we're going into the fourth down by 5, and I'm not even going to talk about the fourth quarter. We got embarrassed. They out-hustled us. They got every loose ball. They turned us over in a 2-3 zone. Whatever they wanted to do, they did. So that game was not good. We got out hustled that game. And, you know, it's the first game of the 3-game stretch. So now you're wondering, man, how's tomorrow going to go? So we go into Hampton. You can already imagine the traffic going up there. Through Johnson City, through Elizabeth, and through all that.
On a Friday.
Yep, on a Friday night. Dawson Daniels doesn't go. He's sick. So we're already down a post player there, not very deep at post. And then we get there, tip it off. First possession of the tip, we get tip, we go down. We didn't score. They come back, feed it to big fella in the middle. He turns, makes a post move, right across Aiden's nose. Broke it. So we're going through there, and we had these little plugs in our box that our trainer made for us. Apparently, they didn't stop it. Wasn't good enough. We used every single one of them, and it was still just coming out. So actually, we didn't do anything. Coach Kai did this.
Okay, shout out Coach Kai.
Yeah, he said he wanted his Purple Heart for this. I told him I don't think that's how it works. So he takes care of Aiden. And then that didn't work, so we was looking for the next best thing to shove up his nose. What's the next best thing? Turned around, found my mom in the crowd, you know. I was like, come here. Trying to be discreet about it. She comes down. She looks at me like, shocked. No. Okay, Mom, I'm just asking. I didn't know. So then what do? Just ask the crowd behind you. Luckily, you know, they start popping up like, you know, that little whack-a-mole game. It's like, boo, 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 boo. Everybody had some. So we get those, you know, start shoving up Aiden's nose. Aiden, he doesn't come back in the first half. And then after he does that, Braden gets 2 fouls for boxing out too hard. He got his first one was he boxed out the dude. Dude had position, so he just boxed him out towards the baseline. Got told that was illegal and you couldn't do that.
Okay.
Was confused. So that was his first one. Second one, they said that he hooked him on the box out. So he got 2 fouls in like very quick.
The hook is understandable because that you can call.
The hook you can call, but the one under the goal,
questionable.
Yeah. So here comes Braden. He's going to come sit down beside me because he's got 2 fouls in the first quarter now. So now we're out there. Alex Johnson's playing post for us in the center there. We're very small at this point. So we nursed that first half and come back out, start the second half, got stretched back, got his nose piled full. We start the second half about, 2-3 minutes into the third quarter. Brock he beats a trap and goes through the middle of it. Well, Hampton comes up with the back tip. They're great at it.
They're great at it, yes.
Great at the back tip. Well, this one they just happened to miss the back tip, and when he did, boom, right on Brock's nose. Here comes Brock. Blood just coming down his face. I'm like, that count. So
Not an ideal game for you up there at Hampton, it sounds like.
So we ended up, we had one more of those little nose pieces. And it's like, all right, here, put that in your nose. His wasn't as bad. Dude, he put that thing in there and it just fell out. I looked at it, I was like, dude, you got some ginormous nose holes. We laughed. It wasn't bullying, like it was funny.
The main thing, did you get any blood on your jerseys?
No blood on jerseys.
That's the best news that you could hear in that situation.
But they were blue, so like it wouldn't really
wouldn't have mattered as much, but still, you don't want any blood on jerseys.
No, not on jerseys. So then, at Hampton, we get out of there. Noses bleeding, all that happy stuff. We come back Saturday, play up early in the afternoon game. I come in and I'm like, oh man, we just get back from Hampton late last night. Not really sure what to expect. Got the boys in here about 11 o'clock for a shoot around.
No practice since Wednesday.
No practice since Wednesday. No prep time. So we come in for a shoot around, and boys are up. They're live. They're moving. They're going. I'm like, all right, we're looking good. Tip off starts and went great for us. Third quarter was bad, but outside of that, I think first 2 quarters we held them to single digits. Fourth quarter we held them to single digits. So you take that third quarter out of the equation, it looks really good.
That's something you've talked about before, is the third quarter being your Achilles heel. But it seemed like this game, the fourth quarter, you really stepped it up. I think they only scored 5 points in the entire fourth quarter.
Yep.
Didn't score a bucket until, I think, exactly 3:01 left in the quarter. Almost 5 full minutes of the fourth quarter they didn't score. So you've talked about the third quarter being your Achilles heel. What changed, you think, in that fourth quarter that allowed you to push that lead back out to that margin?
After the third quarter, we had a bad third quarter. I think, it was a 3-point game at the end of the third?
It was a 3-point at the end of the third, and right before, I think, Brock hit that shot, it was a 1-point game.
Yeah, Brock hit the little pull-up on the side right there. And then they come over there. I think they was honestly expecting to, get reamed. But I knelt down. We had our conversation. I told them, I was like, you guys going to start changing the culture here at West Green, or are we just going to continue to go back and let this game get away from us and lose? And after I said that, it's kind of, you could just see it in their eyes. They locked in, and fourth quarter showed. They took care of the basketball, didn't have any stupid turnovers, didn't force anything, took our time. We pretty much ran about 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good to see. Glad to finally get that conference win under us, and it's going to be really good for us going into these last 2 games feeding into the tournament.
How hard is it playing a 3-game stretch like that to end the week where you don't have any time to prepare? You just have to practice beforehand, maybe 3 or 4 days before you get to that game.
Yeah, it's tough because, Cherokee, I know they're not in our conference, but they're 10 minutes down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Always a big crowd comes in for that Cherokee game. And then, you go to Hampton, it's senior night up there. It's loud, sold out, and you know how that gym echoes. So, you just really don't – there's really not enough time to prepare for all those games. You can blame half of it on snow blowing us out.
You could, but it's always hard to prepare whenever you don't play a game until Saturday and the
earliest practice you had was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And even on Wednesdays, that's the shortest amount of practice time you have. You got an hour and a half, and that's it.
It's one of those things you're kind of scared. You might prepare for Cherokee on Tuesday, leave Wednesday a short Hampton and Happy Valley practice, but then again you go into Thursday when you play Cherokee, you're kind of fresh with Hampton and Happy Valley in your mind. You got to revert back to what you did Tuesday. It's a tough situation. I've always wondered what you do as a coach.
It's a tall task, and honestly, sometimes it's best, kind of talk about what they do, look at it on the scouting report, kind of watch film on it, and then practice-wise, just kind of work on you. Maybe look at their plays a little bit, but not drill it into their heads because, it just all runs together on them at that point.
Good thing is you'd already played Cherokee and Happy Valley, so not much preparation was new because you'd already played them once before, so you kind of knew what to expect. It was the third time you played Cherokee this year, actually.
Yeah, third time.
Happy Valley was the second. You hadn't played them since early in the year. But the good news is you've got 2 important games left with Hampton and Johnson County. Instead of going 3 days without practice, you get 3 days of practice.
3 days
now.
of practice.
You don't play them until Thursday, so we'll go ahead and cut to break and preview those last 2 games on the Buffalo's regular season schedule here next on Grassroots Media.
Pizza Inn's new Right Way Buffet is open and ready for you and your family. Now with new garlic buttery crust and stuffed crust pizza, along with salads and desserts. It's the best part of your day. The all-day, everyday buffet. Only at Pizza Inn Greenville.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Critters Corner Alan Tolliver Show, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the West Green Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Alan Tolliver. You know how we always start the second half?
Yep.
Celsius.
And boy, is this one good.
We got a good one this week. I finally found the other green tea. We had talked about not being able to find it around here. Found it out of state in North Carolina. The announcements are still going on this late in the day.
Please excuse the interruption. If you stay for tutoring and use bus transportation home, you need to come to the front entrance at this time. Thank you.
It's always
Dennis Wiles,
good.
ladies and gents.
Yep. Kids staying for tutoring. That's what you like to see.
Raspberry acai green tea.
I'm glad you knew what that A word was. 'Cause, man, that little C was throwing me off. I didn't know how to pronounce that thing.
I'll spell it that way too when I add the rankings up here on the TV.
I'll go ahead and tell you.
Is it up there?
That's one.
Well, we got a new number one again.
Dude, this thing is, yeah, it's good. And
It is good.
I'm just going to have to order some off Amazon, I guess.
So you've got a new, did you have a new number one 2 weeks ago too?
Was that
Arctic
the Arctic
Blitz? I think so. You've had a new number one back-to-back weeks.
You ain't had any. You're original. You stay the same.
I'm original. Mine's going to stay the same. I don't know.
You gonna throw that
Mine
thing
was-
on the bottom?
No, it's not going on the bottom for sure.
It's number one.
I think it is better than Arctic Blitz, but Arctic Blitz was down a little lower on mine.
It's 4 on your list.
I think it might. What was 3?
It's better than peach.
I like that Starfruit one too. Like Arctic Vibe. No, Tropical Vibe.
Tropical Vibe.
Tropical Vibe, yeah. I think this goes at 4.
4?
I think 4.
Golly.
End of the year special. We just need to sit down with every single one we've tried.
I do.
Pour them in little cups. Not drink all of it because I don't know if we'll make it home if we drink all of them.
Golly.
We need to pour them in little cups and try them all and see if our rankings change when we have them all in front of us and try them all.
I say we do a test.
What's
I'll
that?
put we'll build one of those little boxes,
Mhm.
and I'll put the cups up top. And then you got to move the cup for which
Okay.
you got to match it up.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I've never really poured one of these out. I'm not sure what the colors are. Are they all the same color?
I don't know.
This looks awful berry.
It does. It's in the lip of the can here, and it looks kind of. I don't know what color
Kind
is
of looks
that.
brown.
I don't know. It's like whatever color
Regardless
it is on
the
the inside,
color,
it's good.
It is by far the best one, and he's a lunatic for not ranking it
I'm
higher.
gonna go with 4.
4. What
Four.
is your top 3?
Peach mango and green tea, but I told you weeks ago, the more and more time sits with me, peachy vibe might be one.
No way. Dude, I'll tell you what, I got one of
They're
those.
1A, 1B.
I've got one of those in my refrigerator at school. I'll bring that back to you.
Okay. Which one?
It's not going to get
The
drunk.
vibe or the green
The
tea?
peachy vibe.
Okay.
The tea I'm
Just give it to
drinking.
me, yeah. 1A, 1B. That might change. Instead of 1, 2 now, it might be 1A, 1B. And I still like that tropical vibe. The Starfruit one.
Yeah, star fruit.
And then this one, and I think it's Arctic Blitz, and then after that.
After that, it
it's kinda
doesn't
just
even
meh.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, just this
It's
is
just
one.
meh.
It's all that matters. This is one.
All right. Glad we got that out of the way now. Oh, yeah, rankings.
I'm still disappointed.
We're about too small now, so
Oh, sorry.
you're going to have to, pause the video and zoom in. But you got Hampton and Johnson County to fill out the season. Got both of those games in district. Got a chance to spoil a big scenario for one of those teams. And both games you could argue were must wins for you. you've got a chance to spoil Hampton's shot at going into a three-way tie for first place. I think they are 7-2 at the moment. Chucky Doak and South Green are 8-2. If they win that, they go into a three-way tie for first. And then with Johnson County, you have to beat them to avoid the 6th spot in the tournament, because even if you were to beat Hampton, they beat you, they would have their 2 wins over you, and they would have that head-to-head tiebreaker. So very important games going down to the stretch here. It seems like it's always like that when you come to the end of the regular season. You're always going to have key games like that, and both of these are very key. Take me through what you expect in both of those games.
Yeah, I mean, Hampton, they're going to get up. They're going to pressure you. They're going to make you take care of the basketball. I think if we take care of the basketball, first time we played them, I went through the whole spiel of what happened to us up there. So I think, we stay healthy, nobody gets hurt, and we make it through there with no foul trouble. I think that'll be a total different outcome than what it was last time. Definitely going to be a dogfight, though.
Always is with Hampton.
Oh, yeah, you know what they're going to bring.
Because of the Bulldogs, but it's always a dogfight.
Yeah, they're going to bring it to the table every time, and they're pretty deep, too. They got depth. They're going to sub in, they're going to run, they're going to run, they're going to run. And then you go into Johnson County. Like you said, it's a must-win situation for us. That'd put us at the 5 seed, and 4 plays 5, 3 plays 6, and that would put us – Happy Valley's already locked up to 4 seed.
Yeah.
So that'd put us playing Happy Valley again. And, I don't know. The guys out there understand the significance of it, and we sat down. We talked about it a little bit yesterday since we didn't go to Washburn, and just talked about we won't play here, we won't play here, and it's just talked about how the ways we're going to look at it in the next 2 days of practice, how we're going to prep for it.
Has Happy Valley essentially locked up the 4, or can
They've
you
already
win
beat.
both and have the tiebreaker over them? Because you would have split, and if you win Hampton and Johnson
Yeah,
County,
that's
you'd
right.
have 3. So
For some reason, I thought Happy Valley already had 4.
I think they have 3. They beat you once, and I think they swept Johnson County.
Swept Johnson County. Okay,
think
so they
so.
don't have 4. Okay. So I read those rankings wrong.
So there's an outside chance that you
We
could
can
climb
still-
into 4th.
Yeah, we can climb 4th.
But at this point, too, I don't think it would really matter,
4 or
because
5.
if you do beat Johnson County, you're going to play Happy
Happy
Valley
Valley.
regardless.
We beat Hampton and Johnson County. Going to play Happy Valley.
It just changes what color of jersey you wear in that game with
That's
Happy Valley.
all it's going to do. But,
And-
at the end of the day, though, it's tournament time. Most exciting time of the year.
It is. That's what we'll talk about next week when we come in here. But that's all we've got on your regular season. Speaking of, I guess, postseason, we've got the final NFL game this week, the Super Bowl. We haven't talked about it yet. We'll close out the
Both
show
of them
talking about the
lose.
Super Bowl.
Both
I
of
was
them
saying
lose.
the same thing. Somebody asked me recently, who do you want to win? And I said, have you ever watched The Dark Knight? The Batman movie? The Dark Knight? You might have seen it, but during the movie, there's a football game that's about to be played, and Bane wants to make a statement. So Bane plants bombs under the field, and he detonates the bombs, and the football field basically implodes under the players while the opening kickoff is happening.
You saying you
So
want-
I'm not saying I want players to die. Don't twist it. But
nickel for you, pal.
it would be awesome if the game would just somehow get canceled. We don't play it. There's not a Super Bowl 58 champion,
Yeah.
I really don't want either team to win.
I'll be honest, though. If I had to pick, give me the Niners over the Chiefs.
I don't even want to say that. I told him I'm not
Here's the
watching the
thing.
game. I'll sit there at a watch party, but
LSU running backs on both teams. Ty Davis-Price.
okay, I was wondering. I
and
know CES,
Clyde Edwards. Yeah. So, either way, LSU boys going to get a ring. But, Clyde's already got his. Let's give one to Ty Davis at this point.
I don't want San Fran to win one either.
But I don't want Patrick Mahomes to win one.
don't
And
want him either to
I don't
win.
want to see Taylor Swift up there either.
I don't want Kelsey to win.
All right, so there you
I
have
don't
it.
like Travis Kelsey more than anybody. So
49ers for me and Nichols.
neither team.
CMC. I like CMC.
I do too. I'm just here to watch Usher, man.
You got it bad.
Yeah, we do have it bad this year, man. This is the Super Bowl. Absolutely, I won't say absolutely nobody.
What if
Yeah.
anybody there will catch that?
Well, maybe you might have a few. I don't know if the kids out there will get it though.
Those kids?
No, they were
No.
probably. I don't know if they were born when that song was out. You're cutting it close.
It would be close.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not too big of an Usher fan. If somebody's a big Usher fan out there, don't strike me down because I can't remember what year some Usher songs came out. I just know the Usher songs.
And
Okay?
he knows a lot of music. So
Yeah,
that's-
Usher's one of those I just listen to, but I'm not really not really in touch with his catalog. Yeah, I could tell you that. Yeah, I came out in 2004. That's it. Is Yeah the first song?
2004?
Yeah, 20 years. Is Yeah the first song he plays when he jumps on stage?
I don't know.
What song we looking up? You Got It Bad?
Well, you know.
Cool. So Google just doesn't want to work right now.
Google doesn't even know when it came out.
You can type it in and click search, and it immediately erases what you type. So somebody let us know in the comments, when did You Got It Bad by Usher release? Because
first person that comments it can sit down and have a Celsius with me and Tyler on next week's show.
yeah, there you go. So that's all we've got. Coach, once again,
I bet
appreciate you sitting down with
mom.
me. If it's Jennifer, then Jennifer, you're more than
Mom,
welcome.
you get to sit right here.
You're more than welcome to sit with us anytime. But thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Critters Corner Island Tolliver Show. Look forward to seeing y'all next time here on Grassroots Media.